Hi, and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Looking forward to a nice week ahead. Our theme today is steady. So, steady can mean so many things, but I think in this context it's about just being able to pause in a moment of anxiety or tension and just gather yourself. So let us kind of dip in and out of that throughout the practice. As always, throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin by lying down. Making yourself comfortable on your mat, closing your eyes. Let the feet flop out to the side and just relax your body. Letting go of your day and everything that's going on in your world. And just bringing yourself to the mat as you spend this time connecting with yourself. And feeling a steadiness and a stillness in your body. And in your breath. As you're inhaling, thinking soft. And as you pause, thinking steady. And as you exhale, thinking slow. Inhaling soft, pausing, steady, exhaling, slow. Soft, steady, slow. Soft, steady, slow. And on your next inhale, as you're thinking slow, slowly start to engage your core, lifting your pelvic floor, drawing your belly button in and up and the sides of your waist in. And then the inhale, soften the core, a nice soft inhale. Pause, like a moment of suspension in the air for steady. And slow as you once again slowly engage the core and exhale. And let's take 3 more breaths like this with our soft, steady, and then slow engagement. And then when you're ready, bending your Hug those knees into the chest and just take a gentle rock from side to side. And then holding on to the right knee, raise the left leg up and let it come down nice and steadily towards the mat. Squeezing that right knee in towards the chest. And then drawing that left knee back in, holding on to the left leg as you raise the right leg up and nice and steady, letting it lower down to the mat, squeezing that left knee in. And again, draw the right leg back, squeezing the right leg in, raise the left leg, gently and steadily lowering it down. And taking it to the other side again. And then letting the left foot come down onto the mat and bending that right leg again. Cross the right leg over the left and raising up that left leg, holding on to the back of your thigh, keeping both feet flexed and just encouraging that left leg to come a little closer to you as you just begin to feel that stretch on the outside of the right leg. And hold it here, nice and steady. All the time, the breath going soft, steady, slow. One more breath here. And then letting that left foot come down onto the mat. Cross the right leg on over it. Double cross if that works for you. And roll over onto your left side. Putting your right palm on top of your left. And then let's just draw this right arm up and over to the right. Following it with your gaze. One more breath here. And drawing the right arm all the way back down onto your left hand. And let's unravel the legs and come back to the center. This time crossing your left leg over your right. And raising up that right leg. You can open it out if that feels good for you. Holding on to the back of the thigh. And again, finding that sweet spot where there's a nice amount of stretch without overdoing it. And let's once again visit the breath. Soft, steady, slow. One more breath here. And then letting that right foot come down onto the mat, crossing the left leg on over. And a double cross if you like. Rolling over onto your right side with your left palm on top of the right. And bringing it all the way over to the left as much as possible, trying to keep your knee, I'm not sure which knee it is, left knee, in contact or as close as possible to the mat. And drawing the left hand back on top of the right, unravel the legs and coming back to the center once more with your knees bent, feet on the mat, and then lifting both legs up. Let's just begin to cycle those legs. Keeping them going here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hugging the knees into the chest. And let the feet come down onto the mat, rolling over onto your side, coming up to sit. And as we sit here, thinking about being equal weight on both seat bones, sitting up nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And let's just draw those shoulders up to the ears, pushing them back and dropping them down. And again, up and back and down and up and back and down. And with the left hand down by your side, raising that right arm up past your ear, taking a nice bend towards the left. And again, thinking of the breath. Soft, steady, slow. And let's take that over to the other side. Finding that nice stretch on the left side of your body, chest looking up. And all the way back to the center once again. Good. Let's take a little twist now to the right. Keeping the spine nice and tall, deepening that twist. One more breath here. And coming back to center, taking a breath. and all the way over to the left. And once again, coming back to the center, taking a breath, soft, steady, slow. And let's then come around into tabletop with your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, feet straight out behind you where you can't see them. Opening those hands out nice and wide. Pressing the tips of your fingers into the mat. Making it a nice strong pose here. And let's do a couple of cat-cows. Into your cow. Looking up for your inhale. You're soft and you're steady. And then you're slow to your cat. And again, soft and steady to your cow. And slow, engaging the core as you go into your cat. Keeping going in time with your own breath. And then when you're ready, coming back into your tabletop. Bring those knees together and feet together and sitting back into a kneeling thunderbolt pose. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, sitting up nice and tall. Finding that length in your spine, closing your eyes. Soft, steady, slow. And when you're ready, once again, bringing those hands down into tabletop, and let's step it up. Bringing your feet to hip width apart as you come to stand at the top of your mat. Equal weight in both feet, spreading that weight evenly from the ball of your feet to the heels. As you get, again, the ear to the shoulder to the hip, standing up nice and tall. And we're going to hinge here at the hip, just coming to halfway down. Spine nice and long, gaze towards the mat. And then draw the arms out into a T. Keep a softness in the knees, particularly in this position, we tend to lock the knees. So you want to keep a softness there. So you're letting the muscles carry you. Three more breaths here. Still engaging the core on that nice slow exhale. And then drawing up to a stand, let's shift the weight into that right leg. Bending the right knee, cross the left leg over You can do a double cross if you like. Bring your right hand into the center of your body and wrap the left hand under. So don't worry if the palms don't touch, they can have the backs of the hands facing each other. Keeping the knee nice and bent. Draw the elbows away from the chest, the hands away from the forehead. Find your point of balance. Soft, steady, slow. And releasing the hands, bringing the foot down. Let's take that over to the other side. So shifting the weight into that left leg, bending the knee, crossing the right leg over. This time bringing the right arm into the center and crossing the left arm. Finding your point of balance. One more breath. Releasing the arms and coming up to stand at the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart, turning the palms out to face the front. And just notice as you turn those palms, it just brightens up the chest and helps you stand up that little bit taller. Thinking like you've got a cord coming out of the top of your crown of your head that's just drawing you up. And one more breath. Soft. Steady, slow. And drawing the hands up over the head, palms together, raise the gaze and take a breath. Let's swing those arms out to the side for our forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to, but try to get that lower rib cage in contact with your thighs. And halfway lift or lengthen the spine. And forward fold again. And with the hands down onto the mat, let's step the right leg back for our low lunge. Drawing up. Soften the shoulders, engaging that core as you exhale. And taking it through to your plank, setting up the hands first. As you step it back. One more breath here. And then bringing yourself down onto the mat, either through your knees, feet, chest and belly, or slowly and steadily lowering your body down onto the mat and coming into a nice back bend here. Pushing on up through your tabletop. To make your way into your downward dog as you just pedal your way in here, pushing those hips back to the back of the mat. Until you come to stillness and that breath, soft, steady, slow. Then raising the right leg out behind you, stepping it through. Low lunge. And making our way back up through forward fold. To come and stand at the top of your mat. And again, raising those arms up over the head, raise the gaze. Sweeping through forward fold. Lengthening the spine. And forward fold again. Let's step the left leg back. Low lunge. And once again through to your plank. Nice and active in your plank. And when you're ready, lowering yourself down onto your mat. And then drawing up to your back bend. And from here, pushing up through your tabletop to your downward dog. Pushing those hips back, lengthening through the arms, through the spine. And stretching that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through for our low lunge. And hands down either side of the foot, stepping it up to your forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up to stand at the top of your mat with your hands in prayer. Good, let's take a breath here. Glancing down at your feet, just making sure they're still level in a nice straight line. Equal weight on both feet, hip width apart. And let's bring our hands onto our hips. We're going to step back into a warrior one. So your right leg is going back. So step it back. If you need to make your stance a little wider to steady yourself, do. See how far you can get this right leg back while still keeping a little bit of pressure on the outside edge of that foot. And this front leg, we want the knee over the ankle, keeping it directly over the ankle. And then with your hands on your hips, just squaring up those hips. Shoulders directly over the hips. Raise the arms up past your ears. Let's take 3 breaths here in this warrior one. Continuing with that soft, steady, slow, and on the slow, gently engaging the core from the pelvic floor up. Keeping the legs as they are, hinging forward here. Let the right hand come down onto the mat if you can, or point towards it, and raise that left hand up for a reverse triangle. And once again, soft, steady, slow. Keeping the legs as they are again. Let's just bring the right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Palms together, elbows in a straight line as you look towards the left. And then bringing those hands down onto the mat, we're going to step back into our downward dog. And raising the left leg up here, bend the knee. And then we're going to draw this left knee towards the right elbow. So, bringing it forward, allowing the shoulders to come over the wrists. And then coming back. And again, drawing that elbow to the right. The knee to the right elbow. And drawing it back. Really nice upper body strengthener this. And again, knee to the elbow. And draw it back. Coming back into your downward dog. And let's stretch that right leg out behind you. And step it through as you set up for your warrior one on this side. Knee over ankle. Extending that distance between the legs if you can. Squaring up the hips. Raising up the arms, soften the shoulders. And then hinging forward to come through to your reverse triangle. Left hand pointing towards or on the mat, keeping the bend in the knee for this. And drawing that right arm up. Follow it with your gaze. One more breath here. And then let's take it into our twist, our extended, revolved, extended side angle. And once again, hands down onto the mat, stepping back into your downward dog. And your nice, soft, steady, slow breath. Raising the right leg up, bending that knee. And again, drawing that right knee towards the left elbow, the inside of the left elbow. bringing those shoulders over the wrists as you do, and then coming back. And again, elbow, knee to elbow. And drawing back one more time. And all the way back, stepping that leg back down into downward dog. Let's just flow through that sequence. So, raising up the left leg, stepping it forward as you lift up into your warrior one. Setting it up, raising the arms, taking a breath. Bringing it through to your evolved triangle. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up. And your revolved side angle. And then into your downward dog for a breath. Raising that left leg up, bending the knee, and drawing that left knee to the right elbow. And up. Let the left foot come down, raise the right leg up, and step it through to come up to your warrior one. Hinging at the hip for your revolved triangle. And your revolved side angle. And coming back to your downward dog for a breath. Raising up the right leg, bending the knee, drawing that knee to the elbow. And back. And right foot down. Let's do it one more time on each side. Raising the left leg up, stepping it through, coming up to your warrior one. Once you get here, soft, steady, slow. Into your revolved triangle. Soft, steady, slow. Right elbow to your left knee. Soft, steady, slow. And then through to your downward dog. Soft, steady, slow. Raising the left leg up, bending the knee, and drawing that knee to your right elbow. Bringing the leg back and down, raising the right leg, stepping it through for your warrior one. And your reverse triangle. And extended side angle. Once more, bringing the hands down to step back into your downward dog. Raising that right leg up, bending the knee, and drawing that right knee to the left elbow. And all the way back up again. Let the foot come down onto the mat. And come down into your tabletop, opening out the feet. Gazing at the mat, taking one more breath here. And lifting up onto your knees, let's just bring your hands onto your hips. Push those hips forward, feeling like you're opening up the chest, raising the gaze. And coming into a nice back bend, having those elbows looking at each other. One more breath here. And coming back to upright. Bringing those hands down once again, and let's make our way into puppy dog pose. So coming down onto your forearms, let the forehead come down onto the mat, and then stretching those arms out in front of you. So you get that lovely long spine. Nice restful pose. Soft, steady, slow. One more breath here. And then drawing the arms back so you're on your forearms. Lower the body down to come into a nice little back bend here. One more breath. And once more, pushing up into your tabletop. This time, let the knees come back a little bit behind the hips, drawing that right knee forward between the hands, stepping the foot in front of your left knee for your pigeon pose. Sitting up here to start with, lengthen through the spine. One more breath. And then lowering yourself down onto your mat. And when you're ready, drawing back up. And let's just take that to the other side. So left knee in front, coming into your upward pigeon. One more breath here. And then lowering yourself down over that left leg. One more breath here. And making your way back into a nice wide child's pose. So your knees out, your feet together as you push back. And then from here, just bringing yourself around to sit on your mat with your knees bent. Let's raise those legs up off the mat for a boat pose, letting the arms come out in front of you, flexing those feet. And again, keeping with that soft, steady, slow breath. Letting those feet come down onto the mat. Let's just cross that left leg in front of you so your shin is parallel with the short side of the mat. Bring the right leg behind you so that shin is parallel with the long side of the mat, and let's have a nice torso stretch here as you look to the left, feeling that whole upper body stretch out. One more breath here. And coming back to the center, let's just take that over to the other side. One more breath here. And once again, coming back to the center, bringing both feet in front of you, lowering yourself down onto your mat and hugging those knees into your chest as you gently move around here. And then coming to stillness, let the feet come down onto the mat, arms in a T, and let those legs fall over to the left. If you have space, you can open them out long and turn the gaze to the right. And then when you're ready, taking that over to the other side. And still soft, steady, slow with the breath. And coming back to the center, let those legs come out long. Arms come down by your sides with your palms facing up for your final resting pose. As you just soften out your toes and the soles of your feet, letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles, your calves and shins, letting go the backs of your knees, the fronts of your knees, the backs of your thighs and the fronts of your thighs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. The whole back of your body and shoulder blades. Front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, backs of your hands, palms of your hands, and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And take a little time here for gratitude. Gratitude to yourself. And gratitude for all that's good in your life. And then let your attention go to your breath. Inhaling into your belly, pausing, and then exhaling. Each breath just making that deeper connection with your inner self. As you continue